suicide data and analysis. As a student of administrative science, we recognize that suicide is not just a personal tragedy but also a critical public health emergency that has an impact in social policy and government administration. By the definition, suicide is an international act of ending one's life that often as a result of a complex factors such as psychological distress and intense environmental pressures. In 2023, the CDC has reported a staggering milestone over of 49,000 deaths. This represents that it has a significant escalation from the previous years and highlights the growing crisis in mental health. Our objective today is to dissect these trends and identify the high risk demographic to inform better future prevention strategies.
Next slide.
Sorry. So, please direct your attention to our first exhibit, which is a line chart that illustrating suicide trends in the United States from the 2000 through the 2023. This data is sourced from the CDC, the Center for Disease and Prevention, the leading health agency in the United States. If we examine the long-term data between 2000 and 2018, we can observe there is a steady 37% increase in the suicide rates. This tells us that the crisis has been developing as a systemic issue for nearly 2 decades. You might also notice there is a small dip in 2018 and 2020, but however, this was only fortunately just temporary. Doctor can also look at the chart after the year of 2020. You can also notice there is a fast and aggressive rise in the increase in the death. This upward trends lead to the high record in the 2023, which is 49,000 cases. As a future administrator, we need to understand that even though the number might go up and down a little bit each month, overall the direction is still going up. This tells us that our current plan and ways of helping are not enough to stop the problem. This can make the suicide prevention a top priority for the new public health and policy and better government action. So for the next floor, I will pass the floor to NURIN to explain our second chart.
Tutup mic. Cik Midam. Assalamualaikum. My name is Sorry, Madam. Assalamualaikum. My name is NURIN BALQIS. In this, I will explain the suicide rate based on age group, as shown in the bar chart. This chart helps us understand how suicide rates change across different stages of life. Overall, the chart shows that suicide rate generally increase as age increases. As age increases, although there are some small changes in the middle age group. To begin with, the lower suicide rate is recorded among the youngest group, aged 10 to 14, with only 2.3 cases per 100,000 people. However, the rate increases sharply to 13.5 in the 15 to 24 age group. This shows that the teenage years and early adulthood are more stressful compared to childhood. When we look at young adults and middle-aged group, the rates remain quite high. For example, those aged 25 to 54 all have rate around 18 to 19. This suggests that people in this stage face continuous pressure from work, finance, and family responsibilities. Next, there is a slightly decrease in the 65 to 74 age group where the rate dropped to 15.7. This may be because some individuals express less work-related stress after retirement. However, the rate increases again in older age group. For those aged 75 to 84, the rate rise to 19.4 and it reached the highest point at 22.7 for those aged 85 and above. This clearly shows that the elderly are the most vulnerable group. From this comparison, we can see that suicide risk generally increases with age, especially in their later life. At the same time, middle-aged adults also show high rates, which indicate that stress and responsibilities play an important role. In conclusion, different age groups face different challenges. Younger individuals deal with emotional and social pressure, middle-aged adults face work and financial stress, while elderly individuals may experience loneliness and health problems. Therefore, age is an important factor and prevention strategies should be designed based on each age group. So, to conclude our presentation, suicide is a serious global issue that affects millions of people worldwide. It not only leads to loss of life but also causes emotional distress to individuals, families, and society. Therefore, greater awareness, mental health support, and effective prevention efforts are important to help reduce suicide cases in the future. That's all from us. Thank you, madam.
Okay, you can exit the Google meeting. Thank you. Bye.
Madam.